Chapter 10. The Price of Survival. The days after I had administered the initial antidote were long, drawn-out affairs. I barely left the king's side, monitoring his condition closely. Despite my best efforts to reassure Zafira, my mind was preoccupied with the lingering suspicion that something more insidious had been at play. The venom that coursed through the king's veins wasn't simply a random snake bite. It wasn't just a coincidence that I had been there to help, that I had survived a similar fate not long ago. I couldn't shake the feeling that someone had intended for the king to die, but the how and why, the who behind this, still eluded me. I had to get answers. But first, I had a duty to fulfill. I could sense that the king's survival was hanging by a thread. His body too weakened, his immune system too overwhelmed, and Zafira and I were once again unsure if he was going to make it through the night. The weight of it all was bearing down on her harder this time, since she was already exhausted. I wish I could do more, ease his pain, Zafira said one night, while she held his hand while he slept, and I couldn't help but feel a hint of jealousy. But I kept it to myself. My expression remained stoic, professional. I should have done something, she whispered hoarsely. I could tell she was giving up hope, losing it. I'm the heir, I should have protected him. Her words cracked on the last words, and as I looked at her, I could see all the hurt, all the pain. I could see her desperation, her fear. She looked so small in that moment, fragile in a way she never allowed herself to be. Her hands hovered over her father's arm but didn't quite touch him. You've done more than enough, I replied, my voice hoarse from the long hours of brewing. I had rent to pay still, and although Zafira had offered to pay it, I never wanted to be in her debt. Zafira, you have done more than most would have. You are not to blame. She blinked, her lip trembling, and I saw it all in her gaze. Grief, guilt, helplessness. And in the silence that followed, I wished, not for the first time, that I could take it all away. Bear it for her. The pain, the fear. But I could only offer what I had. My knowledge, my presence, and the quiet ache of a man who loved her in silence. Zafira's gaze lingered on me for a moment longer than usual, her eyes narrowing slightly as if trying to understand something. Then she spoke again, her curiosity once again evident. Where do you come from, Severus? She asked, her voice gentle but insistent. It was a question she had asked several times in the past few days, each time with a kind of innocent insistence, as if the answer held some elusive significance for her. But I could sense that there was something deeper she was trying to uncover. Something about me, something she wanted to understand. I couldn't help but wonder if, perhaps, she wasn't simply curious about the strange healer who had saved her father. Perhaps she was more curious about the man behind the skills, and each time she asked me I gave her a little bit more, a little bit different of an answer, a little more of me. I met her gaze carefully. I've already told you, I said, keeping my voice even. I am from the West, a place far from here, where the desert is but a distant memory. She tilted her head, her dark hair shifting over her shoulder as she studied me. There was something about the way she looked at me, both intrigued and distant, that made me feel more exposed than I had in years. I've never met anyone like you, she said quietly. You are different. I can feel it. And there is more to you than what you show. Her words sent an unexpected tremor through me, though I kept my face carefully neutral. No one had ever spoken to me like that. Certainly not since Lily, certainly not since the war, when everything I had known had shattered and the only thing left was bitterness and suspicion. Zafira's gaze softened, and for a moment I almost felt like she could see through me, straight to the parts I kept hidden, the parts I had buried deep. She didn't press me further, though. Instead, her tone became practical once more. Will you stay here? She asked, as if the question had been on her mind for some time. We could use someone like you. The palace. My father. They need you. I hesitated. The offer was tempting. A part of me longed for the stability, for the comfort of knowing that I wouldn't have to scrounge for work and rent each month, that I wouldn't have to wait in the market every day hoping to catch a glimpse of her. But another part of me resisted. I wasn't one for the comforts of palaces or the power games they inevitably played. I had left behind a life of servitude, of manipulation, of deceit. Why would I return to that now, especially in a foreign place where I had no allies? I looked down at my hands, feeling the weight of the decision press on me. I don't know if I can stay, I replied, my voice quieter than I intended. I need time. Zafira nodded, her eyes betraying no disappointment, only understanding. She looked away, as if searching for something in the far reaches of the room, then back at me. Time, she repeated softly, as if the word itself held some kind of secret meaning. We all need time.